We are offering ourselves to Jesus, knowing that he wants to use our mind to do some very important work in our soul. We're opening our mind to the reality of God's presence. We are offering our mind to the Lord for discourse, communication. The goal of contemplative prayer is to encounter Jesus personally, to encounter God personally. In a sense, in doing this practice in a disciplined manner, you're staking out a pasture in your mind where Jesus can be active. And over time, as you get this, that's the contemplative bit. You're contemplating. You're opening yourself up to receive Christ in these areas in your mind, and he will be the active one. Over time, Jesus will be the active one. And that's where it's going. But you have to learn how it feels to have Jesus in, for example, in your relationships. And that's why there's a room for relationships. And the Lord needs holy relationships. You and I need standards. There must be high standards in our communications with each other. Sarcasm, it's not from God. It's not holy. It's not helpful. And it should be identified. There can be, I've heard teenagers say, oh, well, something. Oh, by the way, I'm being sarcastic. Okay, that's good. There's an acknowledgement that this form of communication isn't straight up. It's not direct. It's not clear Christian communication. Someone once called passive aggression sneaky anger. I like that because it's like saying, you're lacking the courage to be direct. And there's a way to do things, and we adapt to each other's communication styles, and we survive each other. So there are times when things like that happen because it's not a sympathetic environment for clear Christian communication. But in the relationship room, that's when you think about that. When you say, gee, I'm often sarcastic with this person. What's going on for me? Why am I opting out of clear Christian communication? Why is my default unchristian, perhaps? Because remember, prayer is about correcting our behavior, not other people's. And there can be that. I would say to you at times, prayer should be improving your relationship with yourself, with others, and with God. And we've all met people who come out of prayer possibly superior. And so, I've just prayed, and now I'm saintly, and you're not. And that is that superior tone, and maybe we're all guilty of it, and we need to look at that. We need to let it go. Prayer doesn't make me better than anyone. Prayer makes me better than I was before prayer. And so that's marvelous. Being loved is something we should crave. Being loved unconditionally, completely, cared for. We will learn to crave that if you pray like